Hello everyone, we are going to discuss about maximum flow problem by Ford-Fulkerson algorithm. Now in this problem we consider one directed network and we shall find the maximum amount of flow that can be sent from one node to another node. As for example, if we consider this directed network, this network has 7 nodes and number of arcs, actually directed arcs. So this is a directed network, and suppose this node S is the starting node and T is the destination node. This starting node S is called the source and this destination node is called the sink. We shall find the maximum amount of flow that can be sent through these directed arcs from this source to sink. Now one practical problem is that suppose there are 7 cities which are connected by these pipelines. Now a company wishes to send the maximum amount of petroleum from this source to the sink, and the capacities of each pipelines are given by these numbers. So as for example, the capacity of this arc SA or the capacity of this pipeline is 5, and similarly for the other arcs, and the direction of the pipelines or the arcs are also given. So we can send the fluid from S to A, but we can't send any fluid from A to S. Now what is the maximum amount of fluid that can be sent from S to T? And we shall find this maximum amount of fluid by the method of Ford-Fulkerson algorithm. Now in this algorithm we shall find different paths from S to T, and we shall find the corresponding flow that is possible through these paths. Now one thing to note that we can easily find the upper limit of this flow from this network. Here we find that the maximum amount of fluid that can be sent from S is 5 plus 7 plus 4, which is 16. So 16 is the maximum amount of flow that is possible from S. So here we find that 9 plus 6, which is 15. So 15 is the maximum flow possible to this sink T. So here we find that the maximum amount flow that is possible from S is 16, but the maximum possible flow to this sink T is 15. So this 15 is the upper limit of the flow that is possible from S to T. So the maximum possible flow that we can find from S to T must be less equal to 15. So let us find the different paths and the corresponding flow. Now as I have said that we shall find the different paths from S to T and we shall find the corresponding flow. These paths will be called augmenting path or augmented path. So we shall find the different augmenting path from S to T via these nodes and we shall find the corresponding flow. So for different augmenting path we shall find the different flow, and ultimately we shall add all the flow to find the total amount of flow that is possible from S to T. Now we find the first augmenting path. Now from the network we find that one path is from S to C, from C to E, and then from E to T. So we write the path here from S to C, then from C to E, and then from E to T. Now we have to find the corresponding flow in this path. Now we find that there are 3 arcs in this path which are SC, CE and ET. And if we find the capacities of these paths, then we find that the capacities are 4, 4 and 6. So the question is, what is the maximum amount of flow that can be sent from S to T via this augmenting path? And this flow is nothing but the minimum capacity among the arcs in this path. We find that the capacities are 4, 4 and 6. So the minimum capacity is 4. So this is the maximum amount of flow that can be sent from S to T via this augmenting path. And this minimum capacity is known as bottleneck capacity. This is called the bottleneck capacity, and in this path this 4 is the bottleneck capacity. So this is the maximum flow that can be sent from S to T via this augmenting path. So here we write the flow is 4 through this path. Now after this flow, the capacities of these arcs will be changed. Now the new capacity of this arc is now 2, because the capacity of this arc is 6 and we have already sent 4 amount of flow through this path. So the new capacity of this arc is 2. Now what is the new capacity of this arc? The capacity is 4 and we have already sent 4 amount of fluid. So the new capacity is 0. And similarly, the new capacity of this is 0. These new capacities are called residual capacities. So residual capacity. So the residual capacity of these arcs are now 0, 0, 2. So no flow is possible from S to C and also from C to E because the capacities are exhausted. Next we shall find another augmenting path and corresponding flow. If we consider this path from S to A, from A to D and from D to T, then we find that the capacities are 5, 3 and 9, out of which this 3 is minimum. So this 3 is the bottleneck capacity. So the flow which is possible from S to T is 3. So if we send this flow from S to T via this augmenting path, now let us find the residual capacities of these arcs. So the residual capacity of this arc is now 2 because we have already sent 3 amount of flow from S to T via this path. The residual capacity of this arc is 0 now, and the residual capacity of this arc is 9 minus 3, which is 6. Now let us find one more augmented path and the corresponding flow. Now if we consider this augmenting path from S to B to B to D and then from D to T. So this path, we are considering this augmenting path, and let us find the bottleneck capacity of this path and the corresponding flow. We find that the capacities are 7, 4 and 6 in this path. So out of which this 4 is minimum. So this is the bottleneck capacity of this augmenting path. So the flow will be 4 through this augmenting path. Now let us find the residual capacities of the arcs. So we have sent 4 amount of fluid from S to B to D to D. So the residual capacities of the arcs will be, this will be 3, and the residual capacity of this arc will be 0, and the residual capacity of this arc will be 2. Now let us find another augmenting path. Here we find that one more path is possible from S to B to E to T. So if we consider this augmenting path S to B to E and then from E to T. If we consider this augmenting path S, B, E, T, then we find that the capacities are 3, 5 and 2, out of which this 2 is minimum. So this 2 is the bottleneck capacity of this augmenting path. So the flow in this path is 2. Now we can find the residual capacities of the arcs. Now the residual capacity of this arc is 0. The residual capacity of this arc is 5 minus 2, which is 3. And finally the residual capacity of this arc is 3 minus 2, which is 1. Now the question is there any more augmenting path from S to T? We find that the capacities of these arcs are exhausted. So we can't send any fluid through this arc. Now if we look carefully, we shall find that there is one more augmenting path that is possible from S to T, and the path is from S to A to B to E to D to T. So we write the path here, S to A, to B, to E, to D, and then to T. So if we look at this path, then if we find the capacities, then we find that the capacities are 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. So what is the minimum capacity? That is 1. So this 1 is the bottleneck capacity of this augmenting path. So the flow that is possible, that is 1 through this path. So if we send one amount of flow through this augmenting path, then we find the new capacities of the arcs or the residual capacities of the arc. We find that the residual capacity of this arc is 1 now, the residual capacity of this arc is 0, the residual capacity of this arc is 2, the residual capacity of this arc is 0 now, and the residual capacity of this arc is 1. Now we consider the same question. Is there any more augmenting path possible? Now if we look carefully, we shall find that the capacity of this arc is exhausted. So we can't send any fluid through this path. If we consider this arc, then we find that the residual capacity of this arc is 1. So one more flow is possible through this arc. Now we find that there are 3 arcs to this node D. These arcs are AD, BD, and ED. And we find that the residual capacities of these 3 arcs are 0. So the capacities of all these 3 arcs are exhausted now. So no more flow is possible to this node D. So we can't send any fluid to this node D. Therefore, the supply of this node is 0. And consequently, we can't send any fluid from D to T because all the 3 arcs going into this node D are exhausted. So these are the only possible augmenting path and corresponding flow which are possible. So we find the total amount of flow that is possible from S to T, and if we add all the flows, we find that 4 plus 3, 7, 11, 13, 14. So 14 is the maximum amount of flow that can be sent from S to T via this augmenting path. Now the selection of these augmenting paths are arbitrary. You can select any augmenting path from S to T via the nodes and you can find the corresponding flow. But it does not matter which augmenting path you select, ultimately the total flow will be fixed, that will be 14. So by this algorithm we find that the total flow that is possible from S to T is 14. And in this case we have considered this augmenting path. You can find the different augmenting path, but the total flow must be same. So that completes the solution. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.